One, so why one webinar attendees still say no to at the pitch? And if you are watching this part of the webinar series, make sure you watch the full webinar, right? And also watch other parts in this series. So by now, you definitely realize it's not the offer. So what exactly it is? So knowledge was transferred, trust may have been built, and nothing moved. So what you observe is that at the pitch time, there's no felt urgency, right? Just more knowledge sitting on top of the same unresolved doubts. So there's something that has not been addressed. Some beliefs, some assumptions, some at the core of it, very very strong assumptions, right? That have not been addressed. Some very strong beliefs that have not been addressed by the audience. So the room may be warm, right? The entire room may be, even excited about what you are saying, right? But if those beliefs are not being addressed, they are like the foundation of that particular house. That's who present the knowledge. The knowledge may seem to be rising, increasing, and looking beautiful, right? But some way, somehow, what you expect that knowledge to do or to produce will not be produced just because the foundation, which is the belief, has not been addressed at the core. So what then do you need to do at this particular moment? All right, so let's just see practically how this works, right? So we are dealing, the key word here is belief. Belief is what's usually missing. Beliefs, some wrong beliefs or some beliefs that are detrimental to your business or to what you're offering to them are usually not addressed. So here you are going to see how belief is dealt with in two different ways and the results that come with it. So round A, right, on webinar number A, so no belief addressed, right? So you have strong content is really good, warm room, pitch as usual, and then flat. Nothing has changed. So the close rate remains unchanged, right? Unchanged. For months, nothing has really increased. People are not buying more. Like even if you do another webinar, increase your bonus and anything, nothing really happens. It just remains the same in terms of conversion. And then the second case, right? In the second case, something different happens here. There are many beliefs that can cause, stagnation in conversion. But then you decide, okay, you are going to name one belief and address it. So the same content, and then you do something that we'll explain later, a 5-minute segment added before the pitch. There's something special about that segment, and we'll talk about it later. So what ends up happening is that you 2x or you double, right, the close rate across the next 2 live runs or the next 2 webinars, and then nothing else change. So you never change your price, you never change your bonus, you never change anything related to the offer, but just that 5-minute segment addressing the belief on a belief that's been named through that 5-minute segment changes everything completely. And one key attribute of what we do at the Growth Masters is that we are not always quick to make you to serve you more content, right? We really want to fix what's already wrong with the existing content before we talk about more content, because many people assume, particularly when you have had some results, many people assume that everything about their content is already great, is already fine, and they just need to do more. And sometimes it's not even about the graphics, the audio, the visuals, and the visible stuff, but the scripts, right? The things that are supposed to make for a converting offer are usually missing or are not really upgraded to the level of expected results. So increase in visibility or increase in content output doesn't reflect in conversion most of the time. So much of this series addresses this core issue. All right, so a quick exercise that you want to run, right, quickly, right, before you go further into the video. This is a practical session. This is a practical. If you just want to watch something that will just excite you, bring you some new knowledge, spark some dopamine in your mind, this is not a video for that. But if you really are more serious about like addressing what's wrong with your webinar strategy and doubling your conversion rate, this is it. Very practical, very much addressing your issue. So the first thing you want to do, so before you touch the offer, find the real leak. So here we help you. We know that this is a belief issue. Now we want you to see it in your own eyes, in your own content. So you want to rewatch your last webinar or sales call. That's what you want to do. You want to rewatch it. And then specifically the 10 minutes right before the pitch begins. So if it doesn't look like you can watch the whole thing, do watch at least the 10 minutes before the pitch begins, before you bring in your offer, right? And then 2, look for a moment that names a belief, not a benefit. So there are beliefs, and beliefs are um, things that you know that in this case, there are things that you know that your audience hold on to, your audience identifies with, your audience considers as part of what they have or who they are or what they can do, right? It is in their mind. And you want to know whether they want to look for a moment that names a belief, not a benefit. And then a benefit restates the outcome. That's what the benefit does. The benefit just restate the outcome. So, oh yeah, by the time you are with this product, with our service and everything, we are going to help you gain it help you gain 12 kilogram of weight, or maybe 12 pounds of weight, or maybe lose weight by X amount, right? That kind of thing. You can reset in different ways. That's what benefit usually do. And then a belief removal moment names the doubt. So what usually happens when you're trying to remove a belief is that you clearly say the doubts are like negative beliefs, right? For you, but for them it may be a good thing, right? But doubts are usually the negative beliefs, things that you really need to address to make sure you convert that sale. And then three, if that moment doesn't exist, I mean the moment where you address a belief, right? Not just a benefit. Because sometimes the webinar will be full of addressing benefit without never addressing belief. Right. So three, if that moment doesn't exist, that's your actual gap. So if there's no moment in the webinar where it seems like where you are clearly naming a belief and addressing it, right? That's where you know that there's a gap. That's the reason why you have that weird silence, that unnamed no, right? That feels like, okay, these people understand what I'm saying, but it seems like they're not ready to give me their money. All right. So far comes to the end of this webinar. So you already know which belief is blocking your close. We can help you name it more clearly or name it together. So this webinar gave you a real diagnosis, but we also offer you a free 15-minute call, discovery call, where we like to look into your business personally, hear your case and hear your situation, and see how best we can provide a quick possible offer, right? A quick possible solution that will do help. And we look forward to reaching out. So make sure you check the link in the description for this webinar. I think it will really be very useful to you. Thank you once again for being a part of it. We'll catch up in the webinar number 5 of this series. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye bye and enjoy the rest of your day.